I'm like on a roll. Let's wait for some people to show up. This is not an ASMR stream. Just getting ready. The look today has to be very chill. Where is my friends? What's up? Today we are talking about making friends as an adult. And of course, just hanging out, chit-chatting, answering cues. Do I put it on my forehead? I'm getting ready to go tell laser away. Hey y'all, what is up? I'm hoping by scheduling these lives in advance it notifies y'all, but we shall see. But I think also just as I keep doing them, people will catch on, because people have definitely been watching them like after I post them, which is good. But it's fun to like chat with y'all live and like interact and things like that. How is everyone's day? What's up? I'm using this like tinted sunscreen. I think on my neck I'm just gonna use a regular, actually. Just use this spray. I'm also getting ready for my day. I just went to the gym. Well, a little bit ago. And I like vlogged, film a video. I got 9 hours of sleep last night, thank God. What's up? If y'all are coming in here, say hi. I really want to get like a cute coffee today. So that's also part of my goal. Maybe after my laser way appointment. Okay. I want to start my topic of the day, but I want to wait till some more people come in. What's up, y'all? We are just doing a chit chat, get ready with me. And the topic today is making friends as an adult, because that's a question I get a lot and a question I have gotten a lot throughout the years. And I think it's just really true. I feel like especially these days with social media, it kind of creates this like odd vibe, because you may feel, I think a lot of people feel like, oh my God, see, it's like, I don't know how, I think you have to have notifications on for the channel in general. And then I think, because the past couple of days I have been like scheduling it, so you'll see the post on my channel in advance and I'll be like, oh, live stream coming up. But I think it's like you have to see that and click the like remind me or notify me or whatever it is. So it's kind of annoying. Like they should just automatically make it notify people. Like, no offense. But turn on post notifications, y'all, because I feel like that's the only real way. But thank you for tuning in. Here for that advice. I cannot make friends that last as an adult. Yeah, it's hard. So as I was saying, with social media, it's like I think a lot of people feel like they have a lot of friends, or just friends period, because you know you follow people, maybe you're friendly with someone on IG, like you like each other's stories, but it's like, okay, you don't actually hang out that much, or you don't like, they're not a true like friend. And I feel like a lot of people feel very lonely like on their birthdays or like around holidays, and then social media adds this other aspect where it's like FOMO, or like just the vibe of it. It seems like everyone else has so much fun and has so many friends and is always doing stuff, when in reality I think most people feel lonely from you know, definitely from time to time, if not like chronically. And it's just kind of that interesting vibe with social media where, you know, on one hand, it can connect you to a lot of people and make you discover friendships and people that you wouldn't have without social media, but then it also kind of creates this weird like loneliness in a lot of people, or again like FOMO. I'm just like, oh my god, it seems like everyone else has so many friends, what's wrong with me, oh my god. So how do we make friends as an adult? I think it really comes down to, good morning, how are you? Yo, it is early on the West Coast. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe for some of y'all. I think it really comes down, first of all, to knowing what it is you value, period, in your life, and then also in a friendship. So I think there's a lot of things that we could all agree upon, like trust, follow through, discretion. Maybe you're someone that really likes to try new things, so having a friend that would be on the same page with you as far as that might be important to you. But just kind of getting clear on like what it is that you like and want, and like what it is that you value in a relationship of any kind, makes it a lot easier to make the right friends. Because I think another common issue is like what Jamie said, you can't make friends that last. And I feel like this is also very common. Like you might kind of be friends with someone for like a little bit, or you like are super close really fast right away, but then it doesn't last. So I think another important thing to remember is that quality is so much more important than quantity. Some people are naturally, I don't know, maybe just more extroverted, always have a big group of friends, but no offense if this is you, because I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but sometimes people like that kind of give me like a little bit of a red flag. Because it's like, why can't you just be by yourself sometimes? And I was actually thinking about that, like, side note, no tea, no shade, but like, the gym is always so packed because these bros want to work out in these giant groups. And like, on one hand, it's like, okay, good, I'm glad you can like hang out with your friends and like do something productive instead of like something bad or like unhealthy, I don't know. But then part of me was just thinking like, why is it always these bros hanging out in a big group? Like, it's never like a big group of girls. It's like, why are they so scared to be alone? Like, just work out by yourself. Like, no offense. Like, if anything, the girlies should be the ones working out in a big group because the guys are annoying, if not creepy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not saying everyone's like that. Obviously, people are just different. But sometimes those people that have so many friends, sometimes it's a little bit of a red flag. It's like, bro, just be alone with your thoughts. Like, do you even know who you are if it's not in contrast to someone else? And on one hand, it's like, no, as people, you know, we are social people, but it's just like, you know what I'm talking about, a specific vibe. So with that being said, quality over quantity. Do not feel bad and compare yourself, especially on social media when you're watching people's IG stories, whatever. If you don't have a big group of friends and it seems like everyone else has so many friends, it's like, oh my god, like, why do I only have one friend? Oh my god, I have no friends. It's like, yeah, most people cannot communicate effectively. They need a big group of friends so they don't have to get too close to a person or a couple people, you know? And again, I'm not saying that's the case all the time. Some people, y'all air signs, you know, I land, that's just who you are. But there is a specific vibe. Or, you know what's another red flag is like when someone is always calling everyone their best friend. Because it's like you're trying to cultivate this like intimacy or like level of closeness or friendship that isn't actually there. And then it's like you're just kind of like annoying me. I mean, I'm being funny by saying that, but so it's like a red flag. So quality if you have someone that you can truly be yourself around and this also isn't to say that like you can't have friendships on different levels. Like some people, maybe if they're fun to like do an activity with or go to the gym with, or you catch up once every few months, but you're not going to tell them like your deepest life story. I'm not saying everyone has to be your best friend and like you have to have like a soul connection with in order to call them a friend, but just know, like, just don't compare yourself to people, you know? Because most people just have like so many issues, and I'm not like, it's like we all have like things to work on, right? But it's like, it's not like, oh my God, I'm the only one with no friends, or like, oh my God, they have such a big group of friends, they must be so happy. It's like, no, they're probably just like, I don't know, like, you don't know. It's just, it doesn't mean it's like normal. And having a lot of friends is not like the answer or the goal. It's like communication, ability to say no, you know? Oh my gosh, yeah, and I feel like that's an instance where like online communities and like meeting people online can be such a great resource. You know, that's how so many people stayed in contact with one another during the pandemic. So it like technology can be such a blessing in that way. So once you get clear within yourself of like what it is that you like, what qualities you value in a relationship, you can start to ask yourself, okay, what would I want to do with my friends? And basically just like, what do I want to do? Do I want to, like for myself, I'm always like chicly drawn to like taking like a tennis lesson or something. Literally kind of on my to-do list. And it's like, okay, like that would be so chic to have like friends or a friend that I could like do that with. It used to be Bougie Billy, but like now we like don't live in the same place. So that it's like, okay, take a class or just like go somewhere like to a park or something where other people are going to be doing that. And then it's a win-win because you are doing something that you already wanted to do, and then you're putting yourself in the place to where there's going to be like-minded people. So you really just have to, even though it's like, it's kind of funny because it's like you're looking for other people, but it really comes down to yourself. And just watching, being very mindful of like where it is that you spend time, where it is that you usually do meet people. And like for dating too, it's like if you keep kind of running into the same type of guy, but then you kind of realize the pattern, oh, all these guys I've met at like kind of a disgusting bar or like at the club or like on Instagram, and then or like Hinge or whatever. It's like, okay, maybe I need to switch up like where I'm finding these guys. And same with friends. It's like, okay, I thought this girl was cool at first, but then she ended up being kind of weird, or like it kind of felt like a codependent friendship and it was just like odd. But then it's like, oh yeah, well, this is how I met this person, so it kind of actually does make sense. Also, as far as keeping friendships, because this is the thing too, you might think someone's cool at first, but then they start acting weird, or like you get to know a little bit more about them, and it's like, oh, you're not the type of person, I'm super type of person you are. You're not the person I thought you were. So it is so important, y'all, to like tell people no, especially early on in a friendship or in dating or whatever. Because people will really test you. Whoa. Oh my God. I'm like on a like office like spinny chair, and it just kind of rolled back and I got the sensation that I was falling. Okay. I have been rewatching Desperate Housewives, and I never fully finished it. Like I remember getting bored. So I'm gonna see if that happens. I'm on season 2. But in this one instance, one of them has this boss that is super uptight, and she's always trying to like give her gifts, like meditation balls to like try to relax. And then she's like, okay, let me just take this bitch out for drinks because she's being so rude to all her employees. And like, so she ends up like, the boss ends up hooking up with this guy. And then the next day at work, she's so happy and like relaxed. Like, okay, bitch, like we get it. And then she's like, oh, great. Like the, if y'all have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. She's like, oh, great. Like, that's all she needed. She doesn't need to have a fun time, whatever. She needed like a guy. But then the boss starts being very pushy and she's like, oh my God, let's please go out again tonight. And the lady's like, no, like I have to go back to my husband and my kids. Like I have to go home. And the boss is just being so pushy about it. And she gives in. She's like, okay, fine, we can have one drink. And then she's like, okay, well, maybe 2 drinks. Perfect example. You need to tell people no. Because if you don't, it's not, like if you are constantly being a people pleaser and a pushover, people do not look at you as like, oh my God, she's so giving. She's so understanding. She's such a good person. They're like, oh, great. She's, you know, she'll do what I want her to do. She will say yes. Like, it won't be a struggle to like ask her for something because she's going to say yes. Especially someone who's not like a good person to begin with, they're going to take full advantage. So that's another thing to look out for. I'm not saying if you've had like a bad friendship or a toxic codependent friendship or relationship in the past, it was like your fault, but it is important to look at your actions and like your kind of part in it, even if you didn't like do anything wrong, but just for the future, like to protect yourself. Oh my God, the raw till 4 feet. Throwback. Oh my God, I love that. I love all of our glow ups. Since then, even if you are still vegan, you know, I'm sure you've glowed up since then. Concealer's a little too light, but what are you gonna do? Aw, I love that. Period up, period up. It's also very important to, and this is a fine line, if you are like a people pleaser, a recovering people pleaser, if you're very like, if you always kind of feel like you're the one people don't end up appreciating, you're probably doing too much for people. So I say this, like take this with a grain of salt, but I do think it's very important to treat people how you want to be treated. And that does not mean overextend yourself, but it means to be kind instead of being nice, and to be thoughtful. And like little things, especially since I have just gained more awareness of this kind of stuff, I notice it a lot more early on. Little things like, I don't know, just taking someone else into consideration. I no longer ever want to be friends with someone or have anyone in my life that is completely self-involved, because it gets to be very exhausting and it leaves you kind of scrambling for any kind of crumb of, not like attention, but like consideration that they give you. And that's not a way to live. And, you know, again, that goes for dating and also just like platonic friendships and girly pop friendships. So the best way to attract the right, emotionally healthy, respectful people, and again, that does not mean they're going to be your best friend for life and you're going to share all your secrets, but even like for me, even as a casual friend, like sometimes we go out together, sometimes we will go shopping or do this or that. It's like, I want to feel respected. I don't want to feel like you're throwing shade at me. I don't want to be, after I go home, replaying parts of the hangout session in my head, like, what did they actually mean by that? Like, that was weird. It's just, it's exhausting. Figure out your own shit. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. And so the best way to attract people like that is to be firm with your own boundaries, values, and what you will and will not tolerate. And just having open communication. Most friendships, I feel, don't work out because people don't know how to communicate. And just, this is the thing, even if you do know how to communicate, both people you might just not, in an ideal world, everyone would be able to communicate. That doesn't mean everyone will get along. Part of communication is conflict. But, when things just, like, end weirdly, and it's like, I don't even know what that person, like, why were they acting weird? Don't be passive aggressive, be direct. Easier said than done. But, yeah, just, if it's like, if you're the one setting the tone, like, okay, I'm going to be direct, respectful, but direct. I'm going to be considerate, but not overextending myself and doing the most, especially if I don't know you that well. I'm not always going to say yes, but I will be there for you when I can. You're more likely to attract other people like that, because someone who's going to try to take advantage of you is going to notice, oh, they're kind of like difficult. Like, they're going to tell me no, like, oh my God, I want an easier target. And someone who is also a people pleaser and maybe is scared to bring up conflict, or maybe who tends to act passive aggressive or whatever, hopefully, they'll either be like, oh, this is too much, and like go away, which is good, or they will feel safe doing the same thing because you're setting the tone. And another emotionally healthy person is going to like just notice that and like respect it, and like you'll have that mutual respect, and you just won't have to like overthink it. Bumble BFF, I have never personally used that, but my sister has, and I guess it's just like hit or miss, I think. Like, we have a friend, well, she was like my sister's friend, but then we all like hung out. So sweet, like we still keep in touch. She moved away, but she was like really cool, and then she had a lot of friends, so we would like hang out with them. But then other people my sister like hung out with, it's like they just kind of hung out once or got drinks once and then like never really hung out again. I've never used that, but I don't know. I just like, I don't even really like dating apps. I would just rather meet someone naturally. I want to meet someone the old-fashioned way on AG. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I hate that. Like, it's very, again, that's like what I was saying about just consideration. It's just like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not gonna be the one always reaching out because I just don't really care to invest in that kind of relationship. So, I mean, that's just part of the process though, and it's like, this is the thing, like the more you heal, the more you just gain self-awareness and self-confidence to live into what it is that you value, in life and in relationships and just for yourself. That doesn't mean that annoying people aren't going to be there anymore. It's just your response to annoying people. That's what's going to change. So instead of being like, oh, like, I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this time they want to hang out. Oh my God. And like trying to chase a friendship or someone you're dating. It's like, I want this open, but then the lighting for my makeup's like, what was I saying? Yeah. Then that, it's just like, you're not gonna invest time into those kind of relationships or those kind of people, because you're gonna recognize what kind of people they are. So I just felt this so strongly when Sonia was here visiting me. That's someone I've known for so long, and that was the first time I'd been around her for an extended period of time since like May of last year. And it was just so refreshing to be around someone who's so considerate and such a good listener, and who I just feel that mutual respect with. And I feel like, just even as like a guest, she was just so respectful and like, taking me into consideration. And then it's like, that makes you want to take someone else into consideration. And it was just a lot. It was just so nice and refreshing. I'm not, overthinking like, oh my God, what did she mean by that? Because she's just very like direct. We can talk about things. Like, I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And it's like, it's like, bro, why would I even invest any time into someone who was not like treating me with respect or like whatever? Don't settle for less. Love that. Thank you. Don't settle. Exactly. I'm reading this book about mindfulness. It's actually like very interesting. It's about like mindfulness in business, but it has a lot of good like business queen, but it has a lot of good just like tips for daily life as well. And they're talking a lot about that concept of like just with stress and things in your life. It's like meditating more or practicing more mindfulness isn't going to get rid of the stress and the problems that are going to happen in life, but it is going to help so much with your response to those problems, to those annoying people, toxic people, and that's really what matters, because it's like you have to live with yourself in your body at the end of the day. You cannot control external things, a lot of them. And so if you can control your response, or just, be aware of your response to things, that's going to make the biggest difference. And then therefore you will feel better in your life. So yeah, your response. And then if someone annoying comes along, if someone disrespectful, inconsiderate, kind of a usy type of person, like just very like self-involved comes along, you're going to just be able to recognize that and be like, I'm not going to invest my own personal time into this. And it's not like, oh my God, here's another one of those people. Oh my God, I must not be healed if they're talking to me. But it's like, okay, I can't control someone else talking to me. Like, I can control my response to that, but mood. I kind of want to do like a little eyeliner. Where is it? I don't really like waterproof products, for being honest. Oh. I have like a brown one that I like because it's a little less harsh for like a light look, but I can't find it, so. What are you gonna do? So if you guys have any tips on making friends, I would love to hear. But yeah, I think all of that is so much more important and should come first, because again, quality over quantity. And also it's just like, get comfortable doing stuff alone. Because if you are good, and this is not to say be hyper independent or like, don't take it too far, but just get comfortable doing stuff by yourself. If you have an interest, pursue that. Don't wait around for someone else to like be like, okay, I'll do that with you. Like, just do it. Because that builds so much confidence in yourself, more life, just experience, because you'll be doing more stuff because you're on your own time. And then also, with dating and friendships, it's just going to make it that much easier to turn down or redirect your own personal energy from someone who may not be the healthiest for you, because you'll already know that you have that strong baseline of, okay, I'm good on my own. I don't need to stay in this situation, this friendship, whatever it may be, because of the fear of being alone, because I know that I'm good by myself. So focus on that before, oh my God, how do I go and make new friends? Like, focus on all of that stuff. What's with upstairs neighbors? Like, what are y'all doing at all hours of the day to be banging around? Because like, I personally walk very lightly. I'm not like throwing around furniture every day. What are y'all doing? It's so weird. Yeah. Don't settle. I have a book ready to pick up at the library today that I'm so excited about. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like The Courage to be Disliked. and I've heard a lot about it, and there was such a long wait for it, so I've been like eagerly awaiting. That's like a cute liner. Okay, let me you just go like this. I also really want a cute coffee today. So we're gonna look into the no. I honestly haven't even really been buying coffee like that. But recently I mean, sometimes I'll go to Dunkin', but not really recently. If anything, I will just go to like a deli or like a little like quaint, like there's this grocery store, and it's like way cheaper too. Because I just like very simple drinks. And like matcha, I've been making that at home. And then also I just haven't even really been having, like today I want one just because like I'm gonna have a cute little day. I'm going to Laserway, gonna pick up my new book. I'm like, I want like a cute coffee. I've seen like a few TikToks now of, and like I forget what the cafes were called, but it was like just a few TikToks from different people going to these cafes in New York, and like the coffee just looks so good. And it's like unique flavors, which again, that's like if I have a coffee, it's like literally black coffee with like a splash of milk. So I guess that's not black coffee, it's like with a splash, but like no sugar, like it's just whatever. And then also it's been cold. Like I'm not a girly who's like I'm gonna drink iced coffee in any weather. I thought I was when I lived in LA. Different. Okay, good enough if you ask me. Yeah, love a deli coffee. Like I just love like a strong coffee. Okay. Like right now I have this Calm yogi tea. It's really good. It's just called Calm. It has chamomile, lavender, like it's more of like a nighttime tea if we're being honest. But I don't know, I've been like sometimes like anxiety taking the train, and so I've just been experimenting with having this instead of like an afternoon coffee, or I'll have the coffee like after I get to my destination, and I feel like it has been helping. So what mascara? I have so many that I just haven't even tried because just subscription boxes and PR love setting a mascara, which is great, but sometimes it's like so yeah, that is my talk on making friends. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, just like having a good relationship with yourself is the most valuable thing you can have, and you just deal with so much less bullshit because you capital R recognize. What do y'all think of Ariana's album? I have been loving. What the heck is going on? You give me the... Whoa. This brow gel is so good. It's like a random brand, but it really keeps them in place. So I'm gonna do a blush. Hold up. Maybe a liquid blush. Also today I wanted to try putting it on the apples of my cheeks because it's just been a while since I've done that and I want to see the vibes. Find my correct brush. Okay. Cute. I'm just more of like a putting it up here girly. Also, I think I put too much. But hopefully we can fix this. Also, it's getting sunburned. Because then my under eyes are like too light. It's okay, I'm wearing a hat today, y'all. Going to laser away, like it doesn't really matter. Shouldn't even be putting on makeup, but whatever. I gotta be cute for my journey there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I like my blush more up here. I feel like, I don't know. I'm just, you know, I wanted to try it out, now we know. I think it's just also the way that I'm doing my makeup today is very like, like I want to try it again when I'm doing like a full like face, like this pimple's not being covered, or I'm just going through a lot right now. I'm going through. LOL. I'm just gonna let it sit there for a little. Yeah, we don't love this look, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. So that is my talk today, y'all. Make sure you turn on post notifications so that you get the notif when I'm live. Tomorrow's Thursday. I might go live tomorrow. We'll see. So turn on the notifications and just like check on my channel if there's like a thing, like a live, upcoming live. But in the meantime, follow me on IG. Let me know what you want me to talk about next time. And I will see you guys then. Bye, everyone.